Morgana was low on health but still refused to go back to base. Garen noticed and immediately raised his greatsword. Morgana relied on standing under her turret and taunted him non-stop. Enraged, Garen charged forward. But the moment he stepped under the turret, Morgana rooted him. She walked away making faces at him while Garen stood frozen, unable to move. No matter how he attacked, he couldn't break free and could only wait for the root to expire. Luckily, Garen's health regen was high enough that he could ignore turret shots. 6 hours later, Morgana returned, only to find Garen asleep and already level 18. Morgana felt she hadn't worked hard enough and turned around to keep farming. Just then, Garen heard fighting noises. He looked up and saw Shyvana beating up jungle monsters. Garen immediately stood up and greeted her, but she completely ignored him. He picked up a rock and threw it, knocking off Shyvana's helmet. The moment he saw her face, Garen fell in love with her at first sight. Furious, Shyvana threw the rock back. A year later, Morgana returned and was shocked. Shyvana and Garen were holding a wedding. Morgana even received a bouquet. Turns out Galio was winking at her, scaring her into running away. 3 years later, Garen was already level 325 and had a bunch of dragon babies. Shyvana had also built a villa next to the turret, and the two of them settled down there. Meanwhile, Morgana was being tormented by the dragon babies. 20 years later, Garen and Shyvana sent their son off on an adventure, and everyone looked reluctant to part. 45 years later, Morgana and Garen were sitting under the turret. Shyvana had died, and both of them were old. At that moment, the root finally expired. Garen shouted in excitement, picked up his greatsword, and killed Morgana. He finally got his revenge, but he was so thrilled that he had a heart attack and died as well.